What's up guys, Marco here, back with another Google Ads video for your online business. And today we talk about a very important topic. And when I talk with my clients, with my students, I realize that many people don't actually know anything about it. And this important topic is attribution in Google Ads, okay? So attribution means how or what's the method of Google Ads giving itself credit for a conversion. So when you see in your dashboard like, hey, I have 10 conversions, right? They have to be counted in some way. And I see that probably 80 or 90% of people use the wrong attribution method. If there is a wrong one, of course, it depends on your situation in your what you want to do. But I would say in most cases, people use the wrong attribution method. And if you do that, first of all, Google cannot really optimize itself in the best possible way. So you're leaving conversions on the table. And second, it is actually harder for you to really find out what's working and what's not working. So extremely important that you get this right so that you make more sales, more profits, and that your overall business performs better. This is what we cover in today's video. So very straightforward and to the point. This is like just a quick sort of demo Google Ads account. And in order to find your attribution method, your attribution, you have to click on Tools and Settings here and then go to Conversions. So in this tab here, you have the conversions that you're using for your Google Ads account, right? In this case, we have 3 purchase conversions, right? It's just for testing stuff and all these kind of things. I want to go with the example of this one here. This is a sales conversion that we have imported from Google Analytics. And what you see here, counting every conversion window, including conversions, yes, all the typical stuff. In order to check on the attribution, you actually have to click on this conversion action, okay, which is what many people don't really do. And then we see here all these different options. And the one that is really interesting for us is the very last one where it says attribution model last click. So that's the big thing. That's where many people are wrong and where many people don't really check on the alternatives, right? So when I click on edit settings, we want to change this little thing here. So just as an explanation, how does last click work? Well, let's say you have a Google Shopping ad, for example, or a search ad, right? But let's say a shopping ad, someone clicks on the ad and buys the product right away. In this case, your Google Ads account gets, or your dashboard says 1 conversion, and you can see it in there, everything works fine. However, what if someone clicks on your Google ad, leaves your website for whatever reason, and then comes back later on, right? Maybe because of an email that you sent out, or because the customer saved your website as a bookmark or something like that, or retargeting it from Facebook. In this case, Google Ads will not get any credit for the conversion anymore. So let's say you have 10 people that all get to your site through Google, they leave, they buy something later, and all these 10, people will not show up in your Google Ads account. You might say, hey, my ads are not working at all, but in fact, they still had a pretty big impact on your bottom line, right? So that's very important. And by default, always last click is chosen, and probably, as I said, with my clients and customers and students, easily 80% of those people are using last click, even though they shouldn't really. So what is more helpful, more relevant here is to choose one of the other options, and I personally prefer to go with linear. So first click is the same as last click, but just, like the opposite, right? So here, the first click gets all the credit no matter what happens later on. This kind of doesn't make sense. Linear, I think, is in most cases the best one, because here, every single step gets the same credit. So let's say I have a Google ad, and then the customer later on sees a Facebook retargeting ad and clicks on it, buys the product because of this Facebook retargeting ad. Both channels, right? Both Google and Facebook will get 50% of the credit in this case. And this means that when you look at your Google Ads dashboard, you will see, 0.5 conversions, which is more accurate than 0 conversions in my opinion. The reason here is that even if your ads may not always close the deal, you of course have to remember that they are responsible for at least part of the sale, right? And let's say you get these assisted conversions all the time. That's why you close your campaigns or you stop them. Suddenly your sales drop and you're wondering why, while sales are like missing. It's because your entire sort of Google channel is not producing sales anymore because they were just the first step. So that's why linear is very powerful. Time decay is also interesting. In this case, the conversion, the last step before the sale gets most of the credit and the first step gets the least credit. This can also be useful sometimes, but I believe linear is the best option for most of you guys. Then we have position based, where it's distributed 40% among the first and the last interaction. The rest is evenly distributed. And what you see here at the very top is the data-driven model. The data-driven model requires, I think, 50 conversions a day or 30 on average, right? I think 500 on a monthly basis or something like that. So that requires quite a lot of conversions. But once this is available, actually, whenever we are using it in accounts where this is available, we see a slight increase in overall performance, right? So usually like a 5% increase in sales or a 5% increase in ROAS or a little bit more sometimes. The point is, if you use data-driven, Google, based on all the conversion data, determines, okay, what's like an important signal, what's an important step here, how should we attribute it, and this is, of course, pretty intransparent, and you don't really know how Google really counts it, but ultimately, bottom line is that this tends to be working quite well. So if you're getting a lot of sales volume, as I said, I don't have the numbers in my head right now, but it's quite a lot of sales, a few hundred sales a month. You should check in your settings, in your conversion here, if this is available. And if it is, I recommend that you try it out. As I said, in most cases for us, it actually did better than one of the other options. So just as a little recap, go into your tools and settings and change this from last click to, ideally, I would say linear. As I said, the main reason here being that Google can optimize for those things better. So if they see, oh, you know, I have been responsible for half a conversion, this may lead, or this may cause Google to bid on search queries where previously they wouldn't have bidded for because they only see this last interaction sale. And if you tell Google, hey, you know, you didn't close the deal, but it was still very powerful and very valuable that you got this customer on board, Google will know that and adjust accordingly. So it means that basically it will make your overall optimization better. And of course, it's way easier for you to see how important Google really is. If you only have last click and you see, oh, 5 conversions, but 15 other conversions have been generated because of Google just in a later step, you might get the impression that Google is not really valuable for you. You might stop your ads and then your sales drop even more. So that's really important. Make sure that you do that. As I said, it depends on your case, which attribution model you really want to use. The point is just make sure that you really reflect what's happening in your business. And especially if you're selling high ticket products where typically you have multiple touch points, then it's important to not use something like last or first click. If you have like very simple goals, such as a newsletter sign up or maybe just a $5 super cheap item, then you might consider actually using last click. And if you are counting like add to cart conversions or something here, then of course, last click is always the thing that you should actually choose. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this was valuable for you. If you want to watch my full 1-hour DAC framework video where I show you how to get the perfect customer to your store, how to find the perfect queries to bid for in Google Ads so that you can maximize your sales, make sure that you check the video in the description, and please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Google Ads and e-commerce content that helps you fuel your business. With this being said, thanks a lot for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video again. Bye-bye.